last lesson. Oh no, serious, none for you. Last lesson we were looking at solving equations simultaneously. And we had this situation where, yep, we have two equations. Angus, you're really listening twice as hard because you weren't here. And we said, how can we do this? Who can remind us? Fletch. Substitute. Substitute. I don't know how that goes. Anyway, we've got x equals. And so what we're going to do is wherever x appears in the second equation, we are going to substitute, aka replace it with 8 take 3y, because that's what it's saying x is, correct? So we will confidently, I'd like to think, going well, instead of saying 2 times x, we will say 2 times 8 take 3y. And then we, following along here, it says take 7, I put take 7, equals minus 10, I put equals minus 10. We can now solve this by expanding the brackets. So 16, take 6y, take 7y. We're going to gather our like terms, keep our unknowns on one side, our non-unknowns on the other. We remember this, yeah? And how confident do we feel about this? Good. This one's a little bit yucky. Oh, no, it's not. 10 minus 10 take 16 is minus 26. Get rid of the times, minus 13, divide. Huzzah. We get 2. Would we tell Gussie, go on to the next question? No, why not? Right, remember we've got to find an x coordinate and a y coordinate, okay? So we've got y equals 2. How do we propose to find that x value? Substitute it again. We're just substituting geniuses. So we're going to substitute. We could go into either one, but clearly the easiest one to get our x value would be that. Yes? So we end up with x equals 8. Take 3 times y, but my y value is 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and therefore we get, oh, great point, 2, 2. Would it scare you, my friend, if instead of x equals, it had a y equals? Would that worry you? No, you just substitute wherever the y is, you'd substitute it for whatever that is, correct? Okay, so that's great. Look at the second question. Yep, so a lot of people were going, ooh, excellent, I heard general form, I like it, I wish I could take a picture of Grace's face at the moment, because it's like, what's going on here? Do you agree that if we tried to do substitution, that would mean we'd have to rearrange and either get x by itself or y by itself, and hello, we've got fractions. Agreed? Yeah. And we don't want you to have to go through that. I know, we're going to try and avoid the fractions. And so this is our second method. Remember we said we're going to have 3 altogether. One's graphing, one's sub, and one's elimination. So does anyone need to copy this example down on the board? I think you should have, Oodles. I mean, there's one in your book. I'll leave it on the board for you, Gus. So you just leave a column. You will be able to do this without having done the substitution, okay? Clear. So heads up. We are going to write a heading and we're going to call it, this is now the elimination. All of you, when we started with substitution, we went, yep, fine, it means replace. Good. What about elimination? I'm going to the murdering author in the class. What does elimination mean?
Well, now you put me on the spot.
Oh, I put you on the spot.
It's when you see the possibilities that it could be and you see which ones it can't be.
You're very fancy. I'm just talking about in general. If we wanted to eliminate Susanna, what would we do? Throw her out the window. That's a bit harsh. But yes, we would remove, right? We would get rid of. Agreed? Get rid of. And that's what we want to do here. We want to eliminate, we want to get rid of one of the variables. Now to do that, what we need to do is make their coefficients the same. So if we look here, you've got a choice. You can eliminate either the x's or the y's, twigs, but we've got to make their coefficients the same. So if I wanted to make the x coefficients the same, what would I have to times each row by?
The top one by 7.
Micah, we're watching? Yeah, and well done. If I wanted to eliminate the x's, I'd times this whole thing by 7 and I'd have to times this by 3 because then they're both 21. Agreed? But guess what? I'm not going to eliminate the x's. I choose to eliminate the y's. Anybody want to know? Yes, George? Why? That's right. I would only have to multiply this by 11. 4 times 11 gives, oh, okay, do you know, sorry, I swear, I'm looking at this and I see 44. It's been a long day. Sorry. Okay, so if I wanted to eliminate the y's, that would have to be times by 11, that would have to be times by 4. Sorry, I don't know why I was looking at that, it's 44. That's my mind working ahead. So, would you rather make the numbers 44 or 21?
21.
Correct, 21, lower. So we're going to times by 7, and we're going to times by 3 after I've confused the pants off you there. So, writing this down, hopefully you've written these first pairs of equations, and then directly underneath we are going to, and I want you to write these things here too, okay? So say times by 7, and you have to times every single, and leave a line nice and neat, leave that gap. Minus 28. I can't believe I thought that was 44. My God. I did have a very long day yesterday. In a minute. So at this point, so we've had people say, well, hang on, you haven't changed anything. All you've done is made the numbers bigger. Correct. However, now we make a decision. We're either going to add the equations together or we're going to subtract them, hopefully to eliminate. Now, obviously, it's the x's, right? Because they're the same coefficient. So do we agree we're going to subtract? We're going to axe them because 21x, take 21x, no x. Eliminated. Gonski. Gone. Now, be careful here. Minus 28, take. 33, yes. Take. So it becomes add 33. So we're happy that that would now be 5y minus 28 plus 33. Take becomes plus. We good with that? We following all underneath. If you're nice and neat, Miles and Jordan, are you paying attention?
So we're only really
And 21 take 24. Oh, this isn't going to be pleasant. Is negative 3. So we get y is minus 3 over 5. Yep. And now, how are we done? No, that's right, because we want to find our x value. Now, this is a little bit uglier because it is a fraction, but we have got calculators. Thank you. Yep, we are going to sub. Doesn't matter which one we're going to sub into. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that we could choose from. Which one do you want to go with? Yeah, clearly, small numbers, whatever. So we'll go 3x. You could sub it in right now. 4 times negative 3 over 5 equals 3. And then we can rearrange. Now, I've gone straight to these review questions. The first ones you're about to do will be very pleasant whole number answers. We're just diving in to get the thingy right. While you're here, because I reckon I've got 10 minutes to spare, I'm going to show you your graphic calculator.
I don't even have to put a menu on that.
Yours is red, but it should be okay. Okay, so everybody goes to main menu, and we're going to go down because maybe my year 9s played with them, but we're going to go down and we're going to go into system. Everybody found that? Oh, while we're young. We're in system, we press EXE. Hold there. We're going to press F5 because we're going to reset. Reset. We are going, add in, no, sorry, I pressed it twice. So we are resetting the main memory, which is F2. Really? Yes. F1. Press exit. And so once again, we're going reset F2, main memory, F1, and then press exit. And then we're all clear. Go to main menu and wait. We have played with the run, the normal one. We looked at the graphing one, have we not? We'll do that a little bit more, but look at this one, equation. So let's actually go down there. Now this one I will use my arrow keys to go in. I press enter. And what do you read on your screen? What do you read on your screen?
Equation select type simultaneous polynomial.
Aha. So simultaneous. You can see that we've got simultaneous there, so we're going to go into that, and so it tells you press F1. So we press F1. Everybody wait. Everyone, have you all pressed F1? Oh, let's all do it together. You don't do it with me, and then you don't know what to do, and we're in trouble. Okay, how many unknowns do we have? 2. We've got X, we've got Y, so we press 2. This is what's called a matrix, not the movie, but a matrix. You can see up here, it's telling you what the A, what the B, and what the C is. So if we look at our equations here, we're going to type in 3, -4, and 3. So we come back over here, we go 3, and enter, -4, and enter, and then 3 and enter. And no surprises, what are we going to do for the second one? 7, enter, -11, enter, and of course 8. Okay, now you can either press enter again or you could press solve. Doesn't matter, either will work. And you can see X, we didn't solve for X yet, but go down. Did we get -3/5 for Y?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Use your arrow keys. So, after we've done one of these questions, you're going to check using your calculator just to get used to it and press the buttons. You're going to use this. If you didn't have your graphics calculator, how would you check that you were right? You substitute into both equations and we'll be good. All right? So, let's just practice. We're going to skip question 1. Ooh, because what do you notice about 1? So this is when I do want you zoning in, putting your hand up. What do we notice about 1? Hello. This has already got one coefficient the same. So if I wanted to eliminate the y's, would I add or subtract my equations? If you subtracted, they said subtract. If you subtracted, what's 4? Take 4y. You get 8y, you make it worse. That's okay. You got a 50-50 shot, so you do it. If you go, oh, doesn't work, do the other. So if you add it, 4 plus minus, they cancel out. Are we listening, Aiden? Doesn't look like it, you're fiddling. No, you need to actually just listen now. What about for B? Would you add or subtract? Add, because you got 2x plus minus 2, they'd eliminate. Get the gist? I think most of them are just add. Notice number 2. Again, you got y's the same, you've got x's the same, they're all the same. So no real effort on our part. So we are going to go all the way down to question number 4. We're going to do 4 and 5. Are we happy? So can you put exercise 16C? And we're going to do 4 and 5. Okay, you've got a choice. Do you want to eliminate the x or do you want to eliminate the y? You've played the game. What would you like to do? Eliminate the x or the y? X. Fair enough. And why? What was your reason for eliminating the x? X is smaller, and for some people, they go and it's out the front, right? Sometimes it's not even the smallest. People still get rid of it because it's the first one. Anyway, your choice. We're going to times by 2. Do we agree? You are going to leave a line. You're going to leave a line, and then underneath you will rewrite the first equation, 2x. So you will rewrite. Even though you haven't done anything to the first equation, you are rewriting it. Directly underneath, you're timesing this by 2, the second one. So you're going 2x minus 6y equals a 2. Sorry about that. Forgot to record. Thank you, Susanna. So we're going to times this by 2. We're eliminating the x's. So leave a line. We write the first equation. Even though we haven't touched it, we rewrite it. Now we times all of this by 2. 2x minus 6y equals 22. Shh. Anyone want to have a guess of what sometimes the most common mistake is? Times, times, times. You forget to times this last one. So don't forget, times the whole thing by 2. Now it's decision time. You've got to make a big decision. Are you going to add the equations together or are you going to subtract them to make the x's disappear? So we go minus. I think if you look at the textbook, they sort of do, sometimes they times by a negative so that you're always adding. I don't care. I just work out, do I add or do I take? So 2x, take 2x. No x. Gonski. What is 1y, take 6y? 7y. And 8. 8, take 22. And therefore y is negative 2. So some people are having questions about their negatives, so double check that. Now we've got y equals minus 2. How do we find our x value? You could put into here or here. Guess which one I'm going into?
The top one.
No, I'm going into the bottom because x is just all by itself. You could do either one. So I'm going x take 3 times negative 2 equals 11. So x, you with us, Hames? What's a minus times a minus?
Sorry,
No, you're right, mate. I do that too. What did I do before? I said 11 was 44. I mean, geez. Correct. Did we get the same, Ado?
no, you got a negative, I got a positive.
Yes.
Oh. That's because I was talking. We got the same. Now, do you always get the same if you put it into either one? Absolutely. Now, if you, that's one of the ways that you can check without using a graphics calculator. Pop it into both and you can do it. Okay? And well, like I just did then, if I stuffed up, I would then go back, check the first one. I mean, I've got technology. I can go and double check. So shall we double check with our technology?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. To be. So not touching this line because I've decided to get rid of the x's. Well, we said that. We said that already. So you guys who are going, oh, that's another indication that you actually aren't listening when we say things as a class. Twiggy? You said you were struggling. Carolyn, you too. We're going through. So maybe have a listen. So now times everything through by 3. 3x plus 9y equals 21. You have to make the decision now. Are you going to add the equations together or subtract to make the x's disappear? Excellent. Because 3x take 3x. No x. 2y take 9y. And you know what? You can actually go from the bottom to the top if you wanted to. But I'm going to go to 2 take 9 is minus 7. 7 take 21 is minus 14. The negatives cancels. And so y equals 2. Sub back in to find your x. What do we want to, which one do we want to sub into to find our x value? Remember, either one. Yeah, I'd agree. Gussie, I'd agree. So we'll go this one because it's by itself. So I'm going to go x plus 3 times y. But what? Yep, so plus 6 equals 7. Therefore, x is 1. So we've got 1, 2. Easy peas. Let's just start the next one. Which one are you going to get rid of?
Bottom.
You're going to get rid of the y's?
Yeah, y.
You could go the x's, right? But you'd have to times by 3 and then times by 5. More work. Why do we want to do that?
Why do we want to do that?
Ah ha ha ha. So keep the first one. Times through by 2. Hello. Decision time. Are you going to add or are you going to take?
Take. Hang on. Yeah.
Correct. Because minus 2, take 2. the take becomes the plus, they disappear. So 5x take 6x is minus x. 17 take 18 is minus 1. They cancel each other out, and now sub back in to get y. Not going to do it.
Remind me again when it was plus. When it's plus.
If it was plus, so if this was a plus 2y here, to eliminate, wouldn't you add them together? Because minus 2y plus 2y
Equals no y.
equals no y. Oh no.